I haven't played Little Nightmares. I have that.
The first one?
Yeah, I haven't played it yet.
It's good. That you have games on your Xbox that would take you a single afternoon to beat. You still going home is 2 hours.
Bro. I just haven't I haven't really been in a game mood. Like there hasn't been a game that I wanted to play and just be immersed by it. And I think that's I guess that's just me being older. But I guess I wanted Cyberpunk to be that, and look where we are now.
I wanted Cyberpunk to come out and be the game that I would be stuck in for months, but
Bro, man, me too.
I'm currently...
And that's not even because of the hype. It was just like CD Projekt Red has consistently put out great products. They should have just delayed the game forever if that was the case, bro. I was totally fine. I said fine. Okay. With them constantly pushing the game back. If you're gonna push the game back, there's a reason, because it's not ready, right? And you want to put out a great product. But I think it wasn't even on Project Red's fault, right? It was like the publisher or whatever, or something. It was the outside thing.
It being their fault is it's more. It is CD Projekt Red's fault, but only in terms of management in handling a project this big. Yeah. Because they mismanaged this shit so badly. There were things that they would go out and play new games that were coming out and then go into the studio and want to implement them, but they didn't finish implementing things they had previously. So there were things, they were constantly adding new things, but not refining the things that they had already put in there. Stuff like that, time management, bad crunch, shit like that.
I feel like they really should have held back on this game is ready. At least that's what we were all getting, right? We were all getting these at every conference or every couple of months we were getting updates.
Yeah.
We were getting Porsche DLC when the game ain't even out yet. Bro, man, what are you doing, bro? Just don't let us know that there's Porsche DLC till the game is ready, bro.
That title card where they said it'll be out when it's ready. That's one of the worst things they could have done with the way that shit released. Man.
Irony.
It's so fucking it's so disappointing because I was so excited for that game, and when I play it, it's still, I can see that it could be an amazing game.
You could see that it could be fucking great.
It could literally be incredible.
Hey, when did you started noticing shit wasn't like all there? Was it immediate for you, or did you get in a couple of missions and be like, what the hell? What is that?
So when I first started it, I actually got the PS5 after I started it, and then started it again on PS5. But on PS4, I started on the base PS4, which is less less. Yeah, it's not. It doesn't run as well as a base Xbox One. So immediately, well, the character creation went fine, and the initial. Okay, so now that I think about it, as soon as I walked out of the door, there was someone with a floating phone in their hand. As soon as I walked out of the door, yeah.
That's
I just remembered
hilarious. What was your? I forget. What did you start as?
I started as a street kid.
Okay, I did what's the desert people?
The nomads.
Yeah, I started as a nomad, and I didn't see the jank. At least. Okay, so you always end up in the same path essentially, right?
It's 30 minutes of the prologue, and then you all converge at the same point. I feel like, which I was also disappointed by.
What a lie they told us, huh?
I didn't think it was gonna be like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so you know how you end up at that area where it's a bunch of people working out.
Yeah, at your apartment complex, right?
Yeah. You a bunch of people are working out, and then you walk into that guy, and he's like, "Oh, you can fight and shit, whatever," right?
Yeah.
Immediately after that, when you're in this giant city, I started noticing that shit wasn't rendering properly, and I was like, no, 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 no. But I was like, okay, hold on. And then I remembered before that when I was driving uh to my apartment, there was shit that wasn't loading. And then I got
Oh
I
man.
drove up the parking garage and shit wasn't loading. I was like, it's fucked. It's fucked. It's fucked. I was like, no,
It's
no,
so
not another
man.
game, not another game. And then like, but I could tell they're like, I'll tell you like, even between those 2 points, like there was a point when you were going up the elevator, like there was that show, like the in-game show. And they
Yeah.
were talking about like should people be able to live forever, and I was like, I was super intrigued by that part. So I know like there's in there somewhere there's like a great game, but right now
Yeah.
it's just
I remember when I first loaded it up, and after I saw that the floating phone thing, I dismissed that because I didn't know what I was in for.
yeah,
Um,
yeah.
but as
You know,
soon,
day one patches they come
yeah,
out, they'll fix that.
I went into when I started getting into like combat, the frame rate on this base PS4 went into like the tens and sometimes lower. It was ridiculous, and I was just in the whole time I was playing it in my head. I was like, this. There's obviously this game is not like working properly, and
Yeah.
it's not functioning the way that I imagined it would function, and it's not running how as well as it should.
Mm-hmm.
But the whole time I was going through it with like blinders on for the very first part because I was just amazed that I was even playing it.
Yeah, yeah,
Because
yeah.
when you before you notice the bugs and shit, the world looks incredible.
Mm-hmm.
The world looks great. Everything is so like immaculately detailed. And
Yeah.
then when you start seeing the bugs and shit, it's just when you start seeing the bugs, it hits worse than a game that looks worse.
Yeah, for sure.
It was
It
so
looks like
disappointing.
they got like the first 15 minutes working pretty good, and then after that it's like, oh fuck, you got to deal with it. And I was like,
Yeah.
damn.
On PS4, I didn't even have that many like crashes on it either. It just the frame rate was awful consistently. It was consistently really bad. And
I don't.
I found
Go ahead. Go
some
ahead.
I changed around some settings and it made the frame rate look better, but then it started crashing more.
Mm.
And when I switched to PS5, I didn't have the frame rate problem at all, but it crashed way more often, which was annoying. It crashed. I remember trying to play it. The last time I tried to play it for an entire day, it crashed 5 times in that day.
Damn.
And the fifth time, the day wasn't even. It wasn't even like. I wouldn't even say it was like an 8 hour play session. It was like maybe 4 or 5 hours. And after that, I was like, I just switched to like Ghost of Tsushima, which runs fantastically, looks amazing, does not crash. And then I was like, why am I spending so much time with this product I know I want to love in place of something that works at all?
Yeah, for sure. I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know. I don't want to say I was like hyped for the game, but I was just let down.
I was hugely let down.
Yeah, I was just
I
let
was
down.
I was very visibly hype about this game. I've been excited for years, and then it came out and it did not. It not only did it disappoint, but it's literally probably one of the most publicized game failures in the
Of all
last like
time.
in a long time, in a
It's
very long
probably
time.
it's probably gonna end up like Battlefield 3. Wait, not Battlefield 3, Battlefield 4,
Where
where
I
it
think I,
launches fucking terribly, but over time with patches, it's probably gonna be a great game because people still
I'm
play the fuck out of Battlefield 4.
yeah, I'm really hoping that they can. I this recent patch helped a lot,
I
but
wouldn't know. I haven't played that game since it launched.
I started playing it more when it well I didn't I haven't touched it at all in like
I
the
haven't
last month.
touched that game since the game came out.
I pick it up for the patches and then see how the patches are going and then put it down again to wait until there's a better patch. Because honestly, this new patch that came out 1.2, it runs better. It definitely runs better, but I'm still so bothered by like by now I'm like you see the texture fuck ups and I'm like, man, come on.
Yeah.
Like it's like the game released.
Nobody wants to see the shit. They're like you're staring straight at look like a fucking mess, and then out of nowhere, it just like pops back up.
Yeah.
Like it like takes you out of shit. Like it.
Yeah. Like early on, that shit like that didn't bother me, but as time goes by and more patches get implemented, I'm like the small stuff starts to bother me more and more.
Yeah.
And it gets more like frustrating. But like that would have been the time I've had with Cyberpunk. My first playthrough, I've almost beaten the game, and then I put it down, and I still haven't seen the ending because I don't want to see it until I do an entire full playthrough when it's fully patched and working.
Dude,
and looks
I don't
good.
even know how the story ends. Like somehow I've dodged all spoilers for the game, and I'm
I have
happy
too somehow.
I'm so happy I have because I want to complete the game, and when the game is completed, so to speak, right?
Yeah.
But I don't know, man.
I feel like I might just wait for the next gen patch because then at least the initial like performance patches will be good, and then the next gen patch will make it look prettier for me.
Mm-hmm.
But until then, I'm like every time I pick it up, I just get like this feeling of like disappointment just growing in me as I continue to play it and want more also because when I looked at it on PC. On Steam, they have mods. There are performance mods that help the game run better.
Yeah, that's why I want a PC, man.
There's
PC community is amazing.
Yeah, they're definitely like making that game what it's supposed to be.
Yeah.
But I saw performance mods on PC, and I saw mods for like cyber arms, which aren't available in the game at all for you.
Wait, really?
Yeah, you don't. You get.
I know you get enhancements.
Yeah, you get like weapon enhancements. You get like blades on your arms and the gorilla arms that change how your arms look, but they aren't like the whole arm like I thought it would be, or like I wanted it to be.
Oh, so like you can't go like full metal arm. Like
Yeah,
one arm is metal.
Yeah,
that's a letdown, right?
Like you see people in the world that have that, so why wouldn't it be available to you?
Yeah.
But it's on it's one of the mods on PC and it looks great. And
can you hear the dogs out here?
No.
Okay. I'll go close the door.
Yeah, when I saw the mods for PC and it made me even more disappointed because I just wanted to play the PC version or something. But
I can talk about game letdowns all day.
Speaking of games that released last year, what were your favorite games that released last year?
That released last year?
Yeah.
Shit, I don't know.
Or of last year. Since you play games that released in 2005.
It's not my fault. It's not my fault. People have been letting me down, so dude, I don't know what the fuck released last year. Red Dead Redemption didn't release last year, right? That was 2 years ago?
That was a couple years ago. But actually,
that
1 second.
Sucks.
Let me what? Let me get this other light real quick.
I